Welcome back for another primer series to understand how this amazing game works. So let's get right into it. We're gonna go to characters in the upper left there. We're gonna go with Anakin. Let's go with Anakin. So Anakin's one of my favorite characters, and it's actually really important to mod him as well as any other character. But he's a critical part of my team because he has to have great mods so he can do amazing damage in my team. So let's take a look at the mods themselves. They're on the right there. You can see there's 6 little glowing things. So let's go to manage. Okay, then you get this beautiful display of all your mods on the very left. They're currently equipped mods in the center, the special set bonuses that you get on the bottom middle, and the stats. Now what's great about this system is they make it really damn clear about what stats will change with what mods you're putting on before you even finalize everything. So let's say I wanted to change the very top left square mod. I could select, say I select one of them speed mods right there, and then I try to assign it on the bottom right there. It'll say, oh, okay, you want to just destroy the one that was there? And you're like, hell no, I want to keep it, so I'll pay money to take it off. And that's the thing. It costs money to put mods onto characters and subsequently to take them off. It's kind of lame, but I don't know why they designed it like that. I'm sure there's a great reason. But it does cost money. But as you can see, if I were to put that mod on there, the very bottom, I lost a set bonus because there's a weird speed mod in there instead of a crit chance mod. And as you can see on the right, it negatively affects my health, my speed. It does increase certain stats, but they're not the ones I want, so I can decide that I want to revert it. So let's forget that happened, and I will not have spent any cash on that, which is wonderful. So let's talk about the individual mods and what they do. So as you can see, there's 6 different shapes. There's a square, an arrow, a diamond, a triangle, a circle, and a cross. This just helps you sort your mods. It helps you understand what mod you get when you earn it. So let's start with the square mod, and we'll go with we'll look at the primary stats. They're on the upper right. So the primary stat for square mods is always going to be in addition to your offense, and when you level it up to the max, which is level 15 for each of the mods, for the 4 rarity mods, as you can see just above the little square on the right, you see that it has like 4 little dots. That's its rarity. Currently, the highest rarity mod is a 5 rarity mod, and typically I only have 5 rarity mods on my heroes. But I chose this little square mod, the 4 rarity one, because it had high speed secondary. And I'll go into that later, but let's just talk about primary for now. So this square mod, like I said, always has a primary stat of increased offense. The diamond is very similar in that regard. The diamond will always have defense as the primary stat. This is where you get into the stuff that's critical to understand. The primary stats for, say, circles vary. You can find one that gives you more health. You can find one that gives you more protection, like mine. You can find ones that even give you like offense boost. I prefer to always have protection because you get such a giant bonus to protection. It's great to keep your guys alive, gives you time to react when stuff happens. And let's move on to the wonderful cross mod. Cross mod is very similar to the circle mod. As you can have offense, you can have protection, but you can have unique ones like potency. Some heroes benefit from a great deal of potency, and you can use the cross mod as a way of getting a super boost to your potency. Now, this one is a really important mod, the triangle. The triangle has a bunch of different options. You can have the offense. There's critical damage, like mine. There's critical chance. And you see, that's what makes this mod extra super special. It's the only one that can give you a bonus to critical damage or chance with its primary stat, and it gives you a lot. With a 5 rarity mod, it can give you, as you can see with mine, critical damage of 36%, which is amazing, or 12% critical critical chance if you earn one of those. And then finally, and what might be argued as one of the most critical mods, is this arrow mod. Now, as you can see, the 5 rarity one with speed primary is 38 speed. It's the only mod that you can get a speed boost with your primary stat, and that's kind of why it's so desired to get that speed, because I told you about how speed is arguably the most important stat in the entire game. So having this one have speed as its primary is critical. Because it has speed as its primary stat, it cannot have speed as its secondary stats. It's just how it was built. But therein lies one of the challenges of this game, is finding great mods that you like that have speed in the secondary slot. Because speed is so critical, and because you can find mods with like 26 or more or less, just a little less speed in the secondary stats, finding these godlike speed secondary mods is a really important aspect of making your team the best it can possibly be. It's incredibly damn important. So let's look at what type of mod it is, because as you can see, it has primary stat and it has a secondary stat. But the actual mod itself has a little icon on there. Look at that little icon, little 2x, and this one has a little exclamation point with a little explosion. What's all that? Well, there are a few different types of mods. Let's go back and look at the whole list here. Now, as you can see, there's at the very top left, you got a little cross. This one's a potency, and as you can see in the name at the very bottom right there, it says a potency receiver. That tells you what the set bonus can potentially be. So with that in mind, let's click on the bonuses in the very middle bottom. Click on that. Oh, and you can see an easy list of what are the different mod sets that you can equip. Since you can only do 6 mods, what a lot of people like to do is they like to find one of the 3 sets of 4, like the critical damage, that's just above the critical chance. There's offense. You can put 4 together and get an offense boost of 10%, as you can see on the right. And then at the very bottom, the speed boost. You can get 10% speed if you equip 4 speed mods. So what people will do is they'll equip 4 of one of those 3 choices, and then they'll find 2 mods in the sets of 2, like tenacity, potency, critical chance, defense, or health, that have great speed secondaries. And they'll equip those along with the 4 to get at least 2 set bonuses. Now, as you can see, she has 2 set bonuses. She has 2 of the critical chance mods, giving her 5% critical chance. Oh, Anakin, not a she. I was thinking Aaliyah. All right, so I got the 2 of those, and I got the 4 of these. So I've modded him for damage. That's his role. So as you can see, he has tons of critical damage, 216%, and he has okay critical chance. As you can see, it's below 50%. You like it to be above on damage dealers, but I recently changed his speed. I got it up a little bit. I sacrificed a little bit, but as you can see, like on my square, I got 8 speed, only 3 on the diamond, 10 is good on the circle. I've got none on the cross, sadness, 3 on the triangle, and of course the 30 speed. So I have as much speed as I can fit on him. A lot of my other characters do speed a lot better. But let's talk about the last aspect of mods, earning and leveling them up. So leveling them up is easy enough. So let's find a mod that I feel like leveling up. Let's look at purple one. Yeah, okay, let's look at this one. So as you can see, it's only level 1. And if you want to upgrade it, you hit that little upgrade right there on the very bottom right. And then you can see what stats it currently has. You can upgrade it individually with that left button, the upgrade for that money. Or you can just do the smart thing that they recently implemented, and you can just level it up all the way. And you can see how much it'll cost based on how much money you have. So I'll level it up right away. Ding! And okay, so the last, as you can see, it only had 3 secondary stats to start. Every single mod will always have 4, but it depends on what rarity it is and what level it's currently at before you can see what the stats are. It started off by showing me 3 because it was a purple mod. That's another level of rarity to it, but it actually doesn't. it matters on the stat growth. That's what matters with that one. It's a little bit on the complicated side, but just know that all that matters is that if your mod has speed at the beginning, if you can see the speed, then it'll have a higher chance of being leveled up when you level it with the money. So as you can see, it has no speed secondary, so it's not a very good mod. It's not one I'm going to be using probably. So if you don't like it, you can go to the little sell button on the bottom left. You can find all the mods that you just don't care about, and you can sell whichever ones you want. I usually sell the low levels because I only really need to deal with higher level mods. Yeah, let's just sell those for now on the bottom right, and you get some of your money back. And that's nice. Okay, and now earning the mods. There's a couple different ways of doing it, but definitely the best way to earn the mods would be over here. It says mod challenges. Now, thinking back to when mods came out, I believe you have to complete the mod battles in order to earn the mod challenges. So as you can see in mod battles, there's 8 different levels of them. There's these ones for health mods, 2 is for defense, and so on and so forth. Each level represents a different shape of mod, and then at the very end is a random one where you can get any one of the 6 different mods with that. At the very end, you get, as you can see, it's speed mods, and yeah, there's 8 different types of mods. So as you can see, I've got them all 3-starred on all of them, and the only ones you can earn from these, as you can see, are 2 and 1 rarity mods. They're kind of useless. They're only good for, if you're leveling up, if you're not a very high player level. They're great for that purpose. But once you beat each of those stages, you get the corresponding challenge. So as you can see, there's 8 of these as well, just like the stages, and they represent a different type of mod. So starting with, say, the health mod, as you can see, this is where the fun part is for people trying to get these rarer mods. Is, as you can see, health mods are the only ones where all characters are allowed. You can use any character you want to try to beat these stages. But as you can see, there's strict limits on the other ones. You got Jedi, Jawas, you got Scoundrels, Rebels, First Order, Empire, Resistance. The hardest one for me, I think, was First Order, because there is literally only 5, and you form teams of 5. So let's go into that one, actually. And as you can see, there's only 3 stages, and if you hit possible rewards, you can see that the first one, you can only get 3 at the highest, 4 at the highest. At the very last, that's the one you want. You want that. You want a chance for the 5 rarity mods. So let's go into that right there. And let's not sim it, let's battle it. So the requirement for these are 5-star heroes or higher. And as you can see, mine are plenty above threshold, but at the time they weren't. Let's clear, let's put the leader. There we go. And these are 3-stage battles. I think I remember them being exceedingly challenging. And what's cool about these battles is that you have to use the heroes that maybe you don't use all the time, and you have to figure out what's good about them. So you're sitting there like, oh, okay, got this guy, what does he do? Oh, he's just killing him, that's cool. So it teaches you about the game. It's really nice. Always good to learn about stuff. And then, okay, so like, let's say Phasma. I got Phasma right here, and let's say you don't use her very often. You're like, oh, what does Fusillade do? Oh, okay, you don't do that. And it teaches you about the team strength. As you can see, whenever I use an ability, there's a chance that a different one of my allies will actually attack, which is really damn helpful. Let's keep basic on these guys. There we go. And what's cool is, because they're all First Order, they have great synergy. As you can see, there's all sorts of extra attacks I'm getting. See, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's what the beauty is about these mod battles. It teaches you about heroes that you may not necessarily use, you may not even necessarily like. But with this, you can see that there's all sorts of cool stuff you can do. This is a lot harder on some of my heroes, because my First Order Stormtrooper, he's very weak, he's not very strong, and he's taking a lot of hits. The goal for all these challenges is to get a 3-star ranking. And the only way to get a 3-star ranking is if you keep all of your guys alive. You have to keep them all alive. So, and sometimes that can be actually super mega tough. Oh, no. Oh, my stormtrooper, he's gonna die. Oh, please don't die, bro. I'm not using, it's like, I'm rushing it. So I'm maybe not using abilities well enough, but I got to the last part, so maybe I can do this. I think it's just Rey. Yeah, it is. It's just Rey. Okay. Okay, well, okay, maybe I'll look at these abilities, see what they do. Alright. Yeah, okay, let's do that for Phasma. And then she can gain everyone's. Is this a taunt? Okay, I don't want him to taunt, so we'll just shoot her. Oh, good! Speed down, that's wonderful. I think this can stun. Yes, that can stun. Didn't stun it, she resisted. Okay, this is good though. Oh my god. To remove. Yeah, okay, let's do that. A little bit of that. Yeah, okay. And that's a 3-star victory. Now, the importance of the 3-star victory is that. Oh, I didn't get a mod. Oh well. So the importance of the 3-star victory is that I can now sim it. I can use a sim card instead of doing that whole battle all again. I can just hit that and then sim it if I had enough energy at the top. As you can see, I only have 2 energy left. so that's mods in a relative nutshell. A very complicated but very interesting aspect of this game that was added to create a little bit of uniqueness with your heroes and make them more relevant in whichever team you put them in. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you guys have an enjoyable day, and I hope you enjoyed the mod talk. Catch you later.